good. Let's see. Oh, it's not bad. Ooh. Hi, Max and Misty. Hi, Andres. Wow. I feel so different. This feels like it's the first time. Just in black. I don't think I can pull off black. Is that weird? I don't think I can pull it off. So this is like a better black for me. Hi, Jason. Hi, Fatal. I'm trying something different with my eyes. I don't know if I like it. Yo, okay. So today, I put on jazz last night. I never listen to jazz, but I really needed to wind down and I really needed like something like positive but chill. So jazz. And then I was like, I know what I'm gonna play tomorrow. I'm gonna play Bill Evans. So if you guys don't know, Bill Evans is this jazz pianist, and like his renditions are just like so sexy, so beautiful. If you find his like When I Fall in Love, I think he died really young. He's a genius. Bill Evans, Bill Evans, Bill Evans. Hi Adam, how are you? Nice rainbow bracelet, yeah. Thank you. Hey Andrew, what's up? Where am I from? I'm from Canada. You're in Boston? Is it true that everyone in Boston is really intellectual? Like that's what people prize over there because of all the universities? Is it true? I've never been. But I do want to watch, I want to go back and watch, what's it called? Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. You know what I'm talking about. Robin Williams. Most likely. Are you really intellectual? Do you read a lot? Would I fit in there? I probably like would and I wouldn't because that's how I have to be. Hey Harrison. Okay. Hey son. You're smart. I can tell. Your name's Andrew. Of course you're smart. Andrews are smart though. Like, let's be honest. Hi Alex. You're 57? And you made it this far. So, the goat. Hey, there's some new people on here. Hi Matthew. What's up? It's March break here. So even though like I'm not at school and that really doesn't affect me, it's still like, it feels like March break. Andrew. Okay, sure. So wait, your name's not Andrew? Did you lie? Is your real name Joseph? Joseph's like a smart name too. I don't know why. I don't know where I'm coming up with this. I think everyone's smart. I'm from Canada, from Montreal. I know what you mean, Adam. I'm the same. And if you know where that's from, bonus points. I feel like a little, you know, But at the same time, I want to crawl under the softest, warmest blanket I can find and stare at a fire and make tea and like have a deep, long conversation with someone that neither of us remember the next day. Doesn't that sound good? And just eat like grapes and wine and whiskey and I don't know. This sounds like, why aren't I there now? You have a wood stove? I love a wood stove. Oh. Okay, I'm coming. I'll get in my car. I'll be there. How long of a drive is it? I'm coming. Wood stove? Let's go. I don't know if eccentric is here. So, might need to get a new one. Moderator. I'm eating a cheese scone, which I didn't think I would like. I'm all about the sweet scone, but it's strangely sweet. Sorry, I need to eat something because otherwise it's just coffee in me. It's not good. Of course pizza is one of your favorite foods. Who's like, I hate pizza? Of course it is. With your 2 bowls of cereal, right? How are you guys? What's your week been like? What's on your minds? Stop catching feelings so easily. First of all, isn't catching feelings like, it is so annoying and excruciating, but isn't it also like one of the most exciting things that can ever happen? But obviously it's causing some trouble for you. So I mean, I would examine like what makes you like that person so much in the first place. I kind of hate the word limerence. I kind of hate it. Because it suggests that like we should also be like so detached and so cold and so like, I'm so cool, I don't need anything, I don't need anyone. But yeah, what is it about that person that you are so attached to? What is it that they make you feel? What is it that they potentially give you? Why do you like them so much? Like if you kind of start to break it down, that'll help. Just look at it objectively, not from a place of like needing not to like them as much, but what do you like about them? And this is a good one too. Typically, like, we like in others what we are, or like what we wish to be, but like it's there. So those things that you like about the person, how do you already have that thing? How do you already possess that quality? And when you start seeing that like you already have it, and that person isn't potentially like gonna give it to you, but it's just like reflecting what you already have, then you feel less like, I need it. You're like, oh, I have it. And I'm just seeing it and recognizing it in that other person. And I get to just like enjoy it as if it's like, I thought of this analogy as if like I'm a projector and I put a slide on the screen and I project it out, but like it's coming from me, right? So like this person is giving me insight into myself. And that's really exciting. Of course that's exciting. That's like why we're here. So appreciate that person for they're allowing you to see about yourself. That's a good place to start. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. I remember the cereal. Of course I do. Of course I do. I remember everything. Hi, Carissa. Indonesia, amazing. I actually, wait, were you on like the other time? I know that because now I know that like Indonesia is 12 hours ahead. You've been watching movies? What movies? Hey, BT. Feel warm for me? Okay. Cool. Shrimp? I don't eat shrimp. No. Cheese, okay. Like, what kind of cheese are we talking? There's no logical reason behind it. Just okay, like, I'm not saying logic. What do you like about them? Why are you obsessed with them? That's pretty simple. Just like, it could even just be like, they're pretty. But why do you like them? Why is that so important to you? Whatever qualities they possess. Like, instead of like just like trying to turn it off, like lean it. What happens if you lean into it? And you just like accept that you're kind of obsessed with this thing. If you were like, okay, because I'm gonna talk about like creativity in this one. If you were like, suddenly you're in your blue period or your green period or your red period and all you want to do is paint red paintings, you wouldn't be like, oh no, I need to stab with the red, stab it. You would be like, what is it about red? And you would like explore it, right? And kind of like let it play out, and like almost like treat it like a teacher in some way. You'd be like gentle with yourself about it, wouldn't you? So what if like instead of trying to like hack it off like a third limb that you don't want or something, this is like an opportunity for you to know more about yourself. Just suggesting, if you don't want to do that. I don't know. If you don't want to do that, what do you want? That's a good place to start too. What do you want? What do you want to feel around other people? Do you want to just be like, kind of like more cool, more unattached, just like easy breezy? Is that what you want? And then just like ask yourself, what would that be like? What would that be like to like be with another person and I'm just like, I don't actually need anything from them. I'm not actually attached to them. I just kind of feel like secure in myself. What would that be like? Play with that. Thanks, Geraldine. Jason, what movies? I watched movies this week. What? I'm not here to hook up. Andrew, I'm just gonna ask that you like be kind and considerate. Please. Like, you're not the only one on here. It really works out for you. See, that's like a really different thing. It's not that you don't want to have feelings for someone, it's that like you think that you're gonna want something and it's gonna therefore like try to get away from you. That's different, right? Isn't that different? you want things, don't you? Like, you want to be into the person you like, right? So it's more about like what you think it means if you become attached. Attached is maybe the wrong word, but I don't know how to axon flex. Hey, that's right. Thanks for finding me. Thanks, Andres. Blade Runner. Thanks. That's really nice. I appreciate you. My eating is so messy. Okay. Alex, was that helpful at all? We can talk more about it. That would be a really good topic, honestly. A bit. It's hard because I don't exactly know the situation. But I almost, if you don't mind. Okay. Okay, let's stay here for a bit. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, what happens when you like, what happens when you get like really, really into someone? If you don't mind sharing. This is funny. This is actually, I was having a conversation like this, like about me, on this topic, so. Fate smiled on you. That's so crazy. It is weird how, I don't know. I guess I did a video game and now you're here and some people are here and they wouldn't have known about me otherwise. And I didn't think at the time, I was like, a video game, okay. I didn't think I had a good voice, really. I wasn't like, yes, my voice is soothing. I never. Hi, Brian, how you doing? Sorry, that was so, I feel like I'm so like. Hi. Hi. You're afraid to become emotionally attached to someone. Yeah. Don't you kind of want it too, though? I think like when you become aware of it, if you're afraid, you're actually like afraid of it leaving, aren't you? Like, I'm gonna become attached. Like, there, now, like, you're part of me. And if you go away, that's gonna hurt like hell. That is going to hurt. But so like the part to explore there isn't really like the becoming attached to someone, right? It's like this fear that now you have to control it. Now you have to like protect yourself and make sure that that person like never leaves, so like your skin doesn't rip off. It's like an assumption of like what might come afterwards, right? But you actually do crave that like connection. Otherwise you wouldn't be afraid. Like, otherwise, like, the whole problem wouldn't exist. So it's not about like denying yourself that connection, although that's like a phase that I think everyone goes through to a certain extent when you've been hurt, and that's okay. But it's just like very gently, like what if I'll be okay? What if this works out? What if it actually does work out? Or like, what if it hurts a little bit? What if it doesn't work out right away, but I still learn things, and just like going to the gym hurts a little bit? I get stronger because of it, not weaker. Like when my muscles are tired, I take that as a good sign. And like every step I'm getting closer and closer to the one who's not gonna leave me. And also like what I make it mean, if they do pull away, I don't have to make it mean that anymore. And it might just be about them, and maybe this is an opportunity for like me to let go of some of the responsibility and some of the control that I'm constantly trying to like put into my life. There's just like, there's so much opportunity with actually wanting someone. There's so much to learn there, and like you deserve to want. Like wanting can be this like beautiful thing, and then also you deserve to like receive it. You don't have to stop like you don't have to stop wanting it, but maybe like letting go of the fear a little bit, like just reminding yourself it'll be okay. It's working out. It's working out. And what if I trust this? What if I trust that I want this thing in the first place? What if like my desire for the thing actually is confirmation that this is the way my life is going to move now, that things will work out in this direction now. You're trying to spare yourself any more pain. I get that. And you have every right to protect yourself, first of all. People are like, no, you need to just put yourself out there. Like, you have a right to protect yourself. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. And that's all it is. That's fine. That's fine. So I think sometimes it can just be like really gentle, like, what if it's just gonna work out? What if this is just gonna resolve itself? What if I'm gonna be okay? What if they like me back? What if whatever I like likes me back? Or, you know, just opening your, so often our mind is like geared towards like what might go wrong and why this is terrible and like why we're the problem or whatever. But you can just as easily start asking yourself questions in the opposite, like make that mind work to your benefit. What if this is actually really good? What if this person like is the one for me? Or what if this person is like teaching me something? Or what if they like me back? What if they do? What if like despite all evidence, this is actually working out perfectly? And like, what if the worst has already happened? What if it won't actually hurt that much? What if I don't need to be so afraid of hurt in the first place? What if hurt actually isn't that painful? Or what if like being hurt isn't actually that shameful? What if it's okay? What if I'm okay? What if everything is unfolding perfectly? You can use your mind to your advantage, and you can ask the questions that will help you as opposed to the questions that are like trying to protect you. You just blindly click. It's a fear of the potential future. Yes, but you have like infinite potential futures. So what if like you start asking about like in the positive, like what if my future is so bright? What if I end up with like the love of my life? What if that actually happens for me? What if it's happening right now? What if I already know them? What if they are looking forward to being with me as much as I am to them? Like, what if I'm really deserving? What if I'm really worthy? What if I'm enough just as I am? What if I don't need to friggin' lift a finger and it all happens for me? What, like, you can lean into that. And you can be really gentle and like, what if. So what if, I think, is like a beautiful kind of framing tool that you can use. That's like very general, very like soft. I really like what if, but you can also use maybe. Maybe. So you're not like convinced, you're not trying to force anything, you're not trying to convince yourself, you're not like shaming yourself for being afraid in the first place. You're just like gently suggesting. So like directing your mind in a certain way to think about things differently. To just see it differently. So just start asking different questions. And really ask those questions and really like entertain where that takes you. You will be a different person if you just ask different questions. You will be a different person within a day. I'm not kidding, if you just start asking yourself different questions. Because your mind, like, if you're like me and you have a really active mind and you're smart and you're self-aware, your mind likes those things. It's going to go to work for you. So just give it give it prompts, right? Give it prompts that are more beneficial for like what you want the script to read. I did it. I did the heart. I can never do it like me. It looks like we're becoming too advanced too quickly. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It's a nice thought. Nice thoughts are worthwhile, guys. Nice thoughts, they open something up. They allow you to ease into it. They allow you to like not be so braced and not be so like forceful and not be so panicked and not like find the better feeling thought. That's like an Abraham Hicks thing. But like, what if you're okay right now? What if like whatever you're going through or like whatever your problem, your like issue is, like what if it's not an issue? What if you're allowed that? What if you're allowed that? No one's gonna take it from you. You don't have to like remove it from yourself and it's still gonna work out. What if you don't have to remove it? What if it goes away on its own? What if it's not for you to fix? What if it's not for you to fix? What if it's not your problem? Like you didn't do it, right? You didn't like, okay, I'm gonna like code in this problem for myself because I need more handicaps. So I'm gonna choose to like have this hang up or this fear of something. So now it's my fault. I did it. Like you didn't choose that. It happened. Something like passed that on to you. Your brain made connections in that specific way. So it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And honestly, like maybe it's not your problem to fix. Maybe it will fix itself if you just let it breathe. And you stop blaming it and blaming yourself for having it. Maybe it's okay. Maybe you're allowed to have it. It's okay. I really am Faith. Probably. Hi, Waleed. How are you? You're big. Yeah, I get that. That's actually a perfect place to be, Fatal. You're like scared and optimistic. You can be both. Hi, Private. There's a ghost. Okay, I'm actually like really liking these like questions, and I was thinking about this, that I had an assumption that you guys wouldn't ask questions, which is why I resisted having like another live during the week. But I'm like, I can trust them, so I might do that. But I do want to talk briefly about the subject that I chose. Hey Jason, you wouldn't tell me your movies. Private, I watched Face Off, and you're right, it's my new favorite movie. Yeah, it's okay to be afraid. Doesn't that feel better? What if your job really is to just accept? Like, what if that's your only job? Your only job is to just like soften and accept and trust and love. What if that's your job? Be present, drop in, trust, love, let go, like repeat, 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 repeat. What if that's your job? Nothing else. Nothing. Okay, okay. You had dinner with friends. That is more important, so. Companion. Okay. So, I feel like I kind of talked a little bit about this yesterday because we got to talking about writer's block. One of you is a writer. Adam? One of you is a writer. And I was like, I never get writer's block. Because that's who I am, apparently. But I think it was really interesting because I was like, I approach creative projects from a different standpoint that I can apply to my life. And the more that I thought about this, I was like, why don't we do that? And I'm just going to assume that you all are creative because I think you are. I think everyone is creative, but I especially think all of you are creative. So you tell me when you're like sketching something or playing something or writing something or just being like playful and open-minded and like you're letting things flow through you, right? Like, what is that quality? How is it that you're allowing those things to happen? What's it like? And I know that everyone is a little bit different. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. But I know that everyone is a little bit different, so I can only say like how I approach things. Which is like, it kind of like starts with an idea, there's like a spark, and I kind of just like chase it a little bit. And I let it, but it's almost like it's a kitten or something, cute and fragile. Not like fragile, but like I don't want to scare it. So I'm just gonna kind of like pursue it and play with it and let it come up to me. And then I'm gonna like get it down in some way and I'm gonna keep working on it. And then when it seems like, I don't know, I'm out of ideas, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna kind of just like, maybe I'll go on a walk or maybe I'll like just do something completely different and I'll let things like come up to the surface, right? Like so much of creativity is just like, it's gonna bubble up, it's gonna bubble up. It's gonna be kind of like this thing in the back of my mind, my subconscious, right? And I'm gonna kind of let it sort itself out. I really love Mad Men for this. I love Mad Men for what it says about creativity, if any of you guys haven't watched it. So it's kind of like that. Like, that's what it espouses a lot in that show. And then there's different parts to creativity too, though, right? There is like a certain amount of discipline that's required of like, I'm gonna show up every day and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do it. And then maybe there's also like some structural things or like some editing things, or maybe there's certain like techniques that I need to learn and like I need to get better at certain things and I need to apply myself in different ways and I need to learn from different people. And those are all good. Those are like amazing tools. But really, the reason that you're acquiring those tools is so that when you sit down to be creative, you're still gonna access that place that's like, I'm just gonna let it come out of me. I'm gonna see if what I learned is actually there and if it actually just like is infused into the work now, right? So what if that's how you're supposed to live your life? And that's actually like how you're living your life, because that's the only way to do it. But if you get stuck, you get stuck in the same way that an artist might get stuck. So if you have like writer's block, typically that's coming from this place of like, it needs to be really good. Like whatever I put down, it needs to be really good. It really, really matters. And if you're stuck in life, if you're like not making moves, they can be small moves, but if you're not like making moves in life, it's probably coming from the same place, right? That you need to make the right decision. You need to choose the right sentence. You need to do the right thing. You need to like choose the right color. That it has to be right. That you don't know. That you don't have the skills. That you let all that like doubt creep in, right? But the way that you get out of writer's block is you just let it be bad. You just like allow yourself to be bad for this moment. Allow yourself to be wrong, and you're just gonna explore. You're just gonna kind of like drop your ego at the door, drop your own expectations or your own assumptions about what this thing is. And you're just gonna like put something up. You're gonna put something up, and you're gonna allow yourself to play. You're gonna be more generous with yourself. You're gonna be more trusting, because that's why you're creating in the first place. Because when something like comes out of you and you're not thinking and you're not judging and you're just like being with it and being open and curious about what comes out, like that's what's so good. That is what is so magnificent. That's why we show up every day. That is why. We don't show up because we're like, I'm sorry, I don't think anyone shows up like this. I don't think anyone shows up like, I show up because it's so good when it's exactly what I planned. It's so good when it is exactly what I intended, and it just it confirms that I am great. It's like, it's those moments of like, that came out of, that's just like the most thrilling thing. This happened. I showed up and it was like what I imagined, but better and more thrilling and more vivid and more whatever. So what if you treat your life like that? That your job, yes, maybe there's things for you to learn, and maybe you're actually better at living life now than you used to be, that you're not recognizing, and that's really important to recognize that. But maybe also like you've forgotten some things that you used to do that really helped your creativity, that were just there for you when you were a kid. And maybe it's time to bring those things back. Maybe it's more about like you exploring and putting something up on like a blank page, because this day is fresh and new, and your life is always fresh and new. Your life is always fresh and new. And maybe you've been working at something for a really long time. And you're like, I don't know what to do with it anymore. I don't know what to do with it. So what would you do if it was a painting? What would you do? You have options, don't you? First of all, you can just be like, I'm gonna paint something different. I'm gonna see what happens if I paint something different. Because maybe I have been so fixated on this thing that I can't really see it anymore. And that applies to anything. Anything in your life that you're like, I don't know what to do with this. Maybe you are way too narrow-sighted to actually see it anymore. And you need to walk away. You need to go work on something else for a short little amount of time. Because like your eyes aren't really taking it in a way that you need to. So you're gonna go look at something else. You're gonna go like create something else. You're gonna go for a walk in your life, you know? Go for the walk. You need fresh eyes. You need fresh eyes. You need fresh ears. You need to come at it from a different direction. And maybe also the answer is that it's done. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe you're like, this painting though, maybe the answer is it's done. Maybe the answer is like, I don't have the skills to do this yet. I'm gonna go do that. This painting has shown me that I am actually lacking in certain skills, in order to do it the way that I want, what an amazing opportunity, what an amazing thing that it allowed me to see that. And I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna learn some skills and I'm gonna come back to it. And if I never come back to it again, that's also okay, because it just led me somewhere exciting and new. And it led me to create new work that is more a reflection of who I actually am. And every time it's just doing that. Every time it's just you're putting it up and you're seeing yourself in a different way. So your life, every moment of your life is actually this like beautiful canvas. What is this showing me about myself? What is this showing me? What's coming out of me? And how do I just get like freer and looser and more trusting and more accepting? How do I let it flow out of me easier? It's not about being perfect. If you think about it from this way, living like a perfect life makes no sense. What does that even mean when it comes to art? It's perfect. It's about what's perfect for you. It's about what you want to see up there. It's about what's like the truest expression of yourself, right? And your values and what you care about. And everything is welcome. Everything is actually welcome. There's no like one way that you're supposed to live. There's no one way that you're supposed to be. And it's always moving. It's always changing. There's always something new to express, isn't there? So your job isn't to be perfect. It's to be honest. It's to trust. It's to open up. It's to let it go. It's to explore. It's to follow the idea to the furthest extent that you can. Sometimes it's to sit with not knowing. Like I got back into songwriting. And sometimes it's about getting stuck and allowing that stuckness and just sitting with the discomfort that is that like, I don't know what the next part is. I don't know if I have something or not. And it's just going, what if it was this? And maybe that's wrong, but I'm gonna get it down anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's gonna reveal something if I get it down. And I'll do whatever I can that day. And this doesn't need to be anything. I don't even know if this is anything yet. But if it is, I'll come back to it. And I'll see something new, and I'll see something new, and I'll see something new. Until I move on to the next thing, until I'm ready to. Until the next thing just like spills out of me and I can't help but follow that. So suddenly this isn't like a test. Life isn't a test. It's a creative act. You're just messing around with some paints. It's not heavy. You're not really doing it for anyone else. There's no one who's like, I need a painting that is like, excuse me, I would like, yes. Do you work on commission or whatever? No, what is it? Like, I would like a painting that looks like this, please. Can you live your life like that? Can you live your life so that I can like look at it and go, what a beautiful, like, do you know what I mean? But so many of us are living our lives like that. Like there's some onlooker who's like, yes, this is satisfactory for me. I will hang it on my wall. No, it's for you, isn't it? Aren't you living your life for you? For what feels right? For what's exciting for you? For what allows you to grow and learn and broaden? And then completely start again, start from fresh. And you're not doing anything wrong if you're doing that. And you never arrive, really, right? You finish some paintings and you might look back and you go, I see now things I could have done differently. But at the same time, it was such a true expression of who I was at that moment in time. And I'm so grateful that I have something to capture like who I was then. And I'm so grateful that I am the person now that can see it from these fresh eyes. And I'm just gonna keep creating no matter what. no matter what, because I don't really have another choice. It's just who I am. It's just how everything works. What if you're already doing that? So all those like problems, all those like, I have this thing and I need to optimize myself and be the best version of myself. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're gonna make art anyway. You're gonna make interesting art regardless. Now, if you have in mind like a certain painting that isn't coming out because you keep picking up like the wrong colors or something, that's something to look at. But the art you're making is interesting. And you could just be like, why do I keep picking these colors? What is it about these colors? Why do I keep going for those? What if I just go for these? What if I try this? What if I get someone else's opinion? What if I go look at other art? What if I change my mind about these colors that I'm trying to choose? There's something I'm not trusting about these other colors, obviously, because I'm not picking them. So if I want it to be like really natural, that I go for those because I'm trying to paint a blue lake and I keep picking black. What is it about blue? What is it about blue? And get curious about blue. Just get curious and get open. And let go of doing it right. And then the final step is like, let other people see it. Let other people see you. Not because your life is an Instagram page and you need them to go like, wow, you're so much better than everyone else. But because you exist and you created a friggin' masterpiece. And it's all true and it's all honest and it's all authentic and it's all messy and weird and unique and complicated. And you're still honing your craft. You're still working things out, and that's part of the joy of it. And you're never bored and you're never tired. And that's what you're here to do. And you can't help but do it. So you let other people see it. You let other people see it. And they go, wait a second. I'm allowed to do that too? Wait a second. I'm like that too. That's okay? The other person is okay with showing it, so maybe I'm okay. You let other people see it. Not so that they like it, but so that you say it's okay to be seen. My life is okay. I'm okay. It's not exactly sexy. It's not exactly safe. But I'm suggesting it's not controlled, right? So sorry. You might make mistakes. But they're not really mistakes unless you make them so. Unless you decide, like, this doesn't lead me in an interesting direction. There's nowhere to get to. There's nowhere to get to. You're living right now. You're living right now. You're here right now. You're perfect right now. Therefore, this is right. Like, you're here right now, therefore, it's right. And it's worth living. What if you miss it? What if you miss it because you think it's not good enough? to like it, even if no one else does. You're allowed to like yourself, you know, even if no one else does. You're allowed to find what you think is interesting. You're allowed to struggle. And you're allowed to doubt. And you're allowed to be jealous or compare or all of the things. You're allowed. You're allowed. There's nothing to fix. When you want to paint something else, you will. It'll come out of you. You won't have to force it. You don't want to have to force it. That's not the exciting part. The exciting part is like, I came up with a song in a dream. My job is just to get it down. That's the exciting part. So live for those moments, and they're happening right now. Actually, yeah, social media is like a perfect analogy for how people are. Of course, we created this thing. That's how people are. It's just like a different way to look at it, right? That's what I mean. Like, we came up with social media as a like reflection of what goes on between people naturally. It's just like now in this new environment, in this new sphere. You don't like to be exposed? No, I hate being exposed. But this is why, like, you don't friggin' betray or abandon yourself. Okay, if you allow yourself to be seen, you do it on your own terms. Do it on your own terms, and you, like, guys, just be, like, good to yourselves. Just be good. Think about, like, if I was given custody of, like, a 5-year-old, how would I treat that 5-year-old? What would I do? And that's you. You were given custody of this, like, weird little thing called, like, a human being. Okay, so are you being a responsible parent? Are you being really, really friggin' mean? Are you being mean because that's how you think it's supposed to go? Yeah, this is my hair. You hate the process. You just want to have the end result. I so understand you. But, okay, this is like the really annoying, paradoxical thing about it. Is I am guessing that it's because you see the process as struggle and trying and effort, and you see the end result as like, it's done, I get to sit back and relax. Okay? This is so good. Listen. That is not how it has to be. What if the process, it's all process. Every end is a beginning. It's all process. Okay? What if the process is the section where you get to sit back and go, oh, it's all okay. So you're painting, I'm just sticking with this analogy, but you're not like, you're freaking Bob Ross, okay? I'm gonna go get him. He needs to be in this conversation. Okay, we have Bob here. We have Bob, our spirit animal. Okay? Okay, what if the process isn't, I need to make it work? What if it's like, fluffy little clouds? Little clouds. Amazing. Oh, what about like a mountain peak? Oh, it's the little bushes. Like, the process can be really light, really fun, really free. Like, what if you make the process, like, you skip to the end, so you give yourself the feeling that you want to have at the end, right? I did it. It's good. It's done. But you give yourself that now, in the moment that it's unfolding. And because you give it to yourself now in the unfolding, that's what it's going to yield. It's only going to yield like what energy you give it. If it's so effortful, if the process is so effortful, in a way it's telling yourself like, this takes so much energy to sustain, therefore there probably never will be that end that I want, because it takes so much to get there that I'm not gonna trust. I'm not actually gonna allow myself to relax when I get there, because I've been telling myself that this thing is really, really, really hard to get to and therefore to maintain. But you can just make the process like, I'm gonna make this light and easy and treacly and whatever I want the end to be. I'm gonna like embody that energy now while I'm getting there. And that is naturally gonna, my energy is gonna snowball towards that end result. Thanks, Arkham. Do I like living in the off-grid? You don't have social? I go back and forth. Of course I do. Oh, you need to know battery. He used to talk to me. He used to say nice things to me. He used to be such a nice guy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm in like such a like, I feel like I'm wearing like my painter shirt and I got like the jazz going, and I'm not even a painter, but I'm in such a mood right now. I need to be in a loft apartment. I'm just curious if I did another live during the week that was specifically dedicated to like Q&As and whatever issue you might like just, I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like not help or like guidance, but whatever issue you want to like bring up that I can kind of just like yammer about. Is that the right word? That I can like kind of help you to see a bit differently. I'm overthinking this. Would that be useful to you? Like a Q&A live. You'd like that? Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna be either like, let's say Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday night. I know you're all like over, if it was like around 7 or 8 Eastern time. Is that doable? Private. That, I don't know what the future is yet. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say 7. That's what we're gonna do. 7 or 8. I'm not sure. 8 might be better. It might be like quieter over here. But that's what I'm gonna do this week and see how it works out. If I could turn back time. It's like, would I like to travel into the past or the future? Is that what you're saying? would want both. I want both. Depends on where I am, doesn't it? Like, even now, it's like, if I just, like, suddenly teleported to anywhere on the planet, I would have a different experience. I would like to change the past, though. I would. I really, really would. Can we just create that? Who's working on that? Are the top scientists working on that? I don't know that they're really, like, applying themselves hard enough to that. Like, can we get on that? Yeah. But I'm just saying, we do have Q&As. And I'm always open to it. I'm just saying, like, that will be the intention. So come with your questions, okay? Or come with your answers. If you have answers, that's great too. I didn't celebrate Pokemon Day. But maybe I did in my own way, you know? Isn't every day Pokemon Day? Okay, wait. I took this, like, stupid personality quiz. This reminded me of Pokemon, because I remember you guys were like, someone asked me, what's your favorite Pokemon? Maybe it was you, Justin. And I was like, Vulpix, or Eevee, or whatever. Eevee, I think. Anyway, so this personality quiz was, what animal would you like to be? Or like, what animal do you think best represents you? And it's like, okay, if you weren't allowed that animal anymore, then what animal would you choose? Okay, and then like, if you weren't allowed that animal anymore, that animal is gone, what animal would you choose? And the first animal is supposed to be how you wish others would see you. Okay. The second animal is how others really see you. And then the third animal is what you really are. So like, so for my first animal, I didn't choose Eevee, although I did basically. I was like, I want to be a silver fox. Or like a snow fox or something. So that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be seen as. Maybe I'm doing a good job. Maybe I'm not. And then, I don't know. I'll let you guys guess what the other two animals were. Do you like cooking? Yes, I like cooking. I don't really have a favorite. I actually don't do a lot of cooking. I really, really like having recipes just like stored in my head so that I'm able to just like, so I made like pizza dough the other day and now I'm like, I know the thing from scratch. I can just whip out a pizza dough and that makes me really excited. And I have a curry that I do the same thing with. Like a really nice coconut curry. Yeah, right, it's been such a peaceful stream. Even without eccentric hair. And I feel like I woke up too. I think I was looking a bit sleepy at the start. Okay guys, I'm gonna go. I love spice. I love avocados. So like, I like parts of Mexican. But I find sometimes it's a bit heavy, but I think that's more Tex-Mex. I think I would like real Mexican. I think I would like that. Tacos. Oh, I love a taco. Like a soft taco though. Don't give me those hard. And I love a margarita. Oh my god. I didn't used to. That's like my drink of choice, a margarita. Any movies to watch ahead? Guys, I watched the whole, oh my god. I'm obsessed with the Before Sunrise series right now. So, that, and I want to do a whole, yes, actually, I want to binge watch everything Richard Linklater has done. That's what I want to do. Bye, Justin. I love you too. Okay. I love you guys so, so, so much. Thanks for being here. And I will be going live on Wednesday. Okay? So mark it in your calendar. Set a reminder, or I don't know. But I'll be going live on Wednesday. If you're there, that's amazing. Bring your questions, bring your answers, bring your beverages, bring your moody self. I love it. And do not forget that today is the best day of your life. Today, 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 today. What if today, everything you want? What if today is like the most beautiful thing that you've ever, 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 ever lived, ever done? And what if you're really important? And what if you're really beautiful? What if you're really beautiful? You are. What if you're super hot? What if you're way more attractive than you think you are? What if you're way better than you think you are? What if you've got it way more figured out than you think you have? What if it's all working out? What if you're okay? What if it's all unfolding perfectly? What if you're okay? What if you get to just like sit back and enjoy the process, whatever that even means? All right, I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.